Aloha! Thank you!
Hey, check out that thrift shop. That is one sweet jacket.
You're pretty big on American clothes, Adachi-san.
Oh, yeah? Well, American movies did have a huge influence on my generation. Oh, man, there was one about a fighter pilot that made waves back in the day. Yeah, bought me the same jacket as the guy and went around airports listening to the score. Man, that takes me back. I was so young and naive.
Yeah, you have real good taste in clothes, though. So, what happened to that jacket?
Well, I gained weight, so it doesn't fit me anymore. I used to be thin as a rail back then.
Oh, all right.
Hey, you there! Surfing, huh? One fad that always seems to come and go, just like the waves.
Wow, have you ever gone surfing, Adachi-san?
Sure have. Did my damn best, too. All to woo a woman at the beach. Reality wasn't kind, though. That summer fling was over before it started. She burst my hopes and dreams like mere ocean bubbles.
What's up with you? Forcing yourself to be a poet or something?
I mean, I even tried talking to her like this, just kept waxing poetic. It's a shame it didn't work out.
Ever thought that was why? We're really opening up.
Seeing that dog reminded me of the time I had to work with a police dog.
Oh, you did? That's cool! Were they like your trusty sidekick or something?
Nah, definitely more of a pet than a sidekick. I had to look after the dog every waking moment just so it could do its job. But, thanks to that, I've got a bit of experience handling dogs.
Huh, really? Well, that's a surprise.
Not what you imagined, is it? Investigating's tough work when an animal's your partner.
No, I'm more shocked you took your job seriously.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
All right.
Fine.
Is it just me? Or is the tea at sushi joints just way hotter?
That's to melt any lingering fats in your mouth and, cleanse your palate. That way, you can better savor your next piece of sushi.
Oh, gotcha! So the heat melts the fat away.
I can't do piping hot drinks myself. Yeah, but ever since I learned about the tea, I just down it in one go, boom, and deal with the pain.
Wait, won't that just burn your tongue? How do you even taste anything?
Good point.
We're really opening up.
Oh, man.
What's wrong? Caught a cold?
No. Felt my heart stop for a second, though. But I hope the girls I left back in Japan miss me if I actually do kick the bucket. Just thinking of them in mourning makes my heart ache.
I am seriously impressed by how melodramatic you can get just from one sneeze.
You flatter me.
We're really opening up. The shave ice here looks so good. Gonna have to swing by later.
Yeah, back in Japan, whenever I had it at festivals, I always got the blue Hawaii. I ended up associating the color blue with Hawaii because of that.
Oh, same here. For some reason, I also thought that blue equals Hawaii just made sense.
Is that so? Well, maybe it was just us being young and impressionable at the time. But after seeing Hawaii firsthand ourselves, well, you weren't wrong. The ocean and the skies, they're both such a beautiful blue.
Yeah, I guess so. Now we finally know why Hawaii's gotta be blue.
Right on. Hey, come on, man. Let's explore all of Hawaii. Huh? Enjoy the place.
Well, only if you don't feel too blue after throwing your money down the drain. All right. This shopping center's gigantic. Hell, I might get lost here.
That reminds me of the time I had to look after a lost 3-year-old. Luckily, the family hurried over. The kid just would not leave me alone.
Dang, they were that attached.
Yep, the kid would start crying without me, so I ended up accompanying the family home. I had dinner with them and everything before I left, too. Real odd experience, that was.
Wow. Guess kids really like you, Adachi-san.
Yeah, maybe. I hope that kid's doing all right.
All right. Are those hibiscus flowers? They sure are pretty.
Did you know they symbolize trust, according to Japanese flower language?
Oh, yeah? I'm surprised you knew that.
Nah, I read it from a book way back. Wanted to catch a hostess's attention. So.
Ah, you really went the distance. Did you learn any other flower meanings?
Well, one I remember for sure is the slipper flower.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. What's it mean?
I'll surrender everything I have to you. Don't keep me in suspense, Kasuga.
Yeah, you're only getting a flower and nothing else, man. We're really opening up. This. A lot of these Hawaiian fruits sure are colorful.
Oh. Ooh, aren't they selling dragon fruit over there?
Damn. Not only does it look cool, it's also got one badass name. Is it tasty?
I never had it before myself, but I would buy one. Looks and sounds cool. It's like buying an album for the cover.
You're gonna buy something based on how it looks, not even knowing how it tastes?
Doesn't matter if it's a CD or a fruit. I just can't resist whatever catches my attention. One of these, please. Wait, how the heck do you eat these?
I figured you'd be an impulse shopper, Adachi-san. We're really opening up. Feel like I've gotten to know them well.
Aloha. There you are.
These chickens remind me of the one I had before.
You had a pet chicken, Adachi-san?
Yep. Bought one of the dyed chicks from a temple festival years ago and raised it myself.
Wait, you mean you got to eat fresh eggs with your rice every single day?
Nope. It was male, so no eggs. That meant...
Don't tell me you ate.
Well, he'd wake me up in the morning like an alarm clock.
Whew, glad he didn't end up on the grill. All right.
Aloha. Hey.
Wait! I love the weather here. It's not so much humid, more comfortably dry.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I don't get too exhausted even when it's blazing hot out.
In the rainy season in Japan, on the other hand, gets so humid, it really brings me down.
Now, you're not good with humidity, Adachi-san?
Oh, not me. My hair. You see, my hair gets all frizzy when it's humid, even after I touch it up that same morning. And it ruins my rugged good looks, you know? Real bad for business, too.
Ah, I totally get how you feel, but... Wait, what business? All right. Feel like I've gotten to know them well.
Let's talk about something. So, I read my favorite person. What are you looking at?
Hey, back on track here. Oh, hey, a payphone. Don't see these too often in Japan either.
Well, most everyone's got a cell phone these days, so there's not much demand anymore.
You know, I used to collect telephone cards back in the day, actually. pop idols on them.
All right, that was a thing. You were big on collecting, Adachi-san?
I was, yeah. Until a coworker swiped one of my rare cards. Got a hole punched in the card from when he used it. That was the last straw.
That was pretty common back then.
That whole debacle punched a hole in my heart, too. Made me stop collecting entirely. Promise me, Kasuga. Promise me you'll never use another man's phone card without consent.
Oh, yeah, sure thing. But when am I ever gonna use one now? All right.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to think that only the rich could vacation in Hawaii.
Same here. Now it feels like pretty much anyone can take a trip out here.
Maybe Hawaii being some fantastical island getaway is just an impression from bygone days.
Just means it's getting easier to go wherever you want. Honestly, I wouldn't have even been here if things didn't turn out the way they did.
Well, whatever the case, here we are. Let's just enjoy it while we can. Oh, hey! How about we get ourselves some pennants as souvenirs?
Now that's real old school. Where do they even sell those nowadays?
No clue. I'd settle for a dashboard hula girl then.
Whatever you want, old man. All right. Damn, we're so close now.
Shogi's nice every now and then. When I was a kid, I used to be the best of the best in my entire neighborhood.
Oh yeah? Get to play sometime?
Oh, you're on. I'll have you know my fingers are as swift as lightning.
That's some confidence you got there. Oh, wait, Swift?
You heard me. Swift as lightning. I lay out the pieces without even making a single beat.
You were talking about setting it up? All right. Damn, we're so close now. Aloha!
I don't mind Hawaiian food, but I sure miss a good traditional Japanese meal.
Yeah, I feel you. Could go for some raw eggs over rice right now. Need some soup on the side.
Oh, I wish I had some natto and rice. That was part of my morning routine.
What do you mean?
Every morning, I'd mix my natto 500 times.
This ain't a
before
show,
eating it.
dipshit.
Gets you like a real fine consistency and toned arms, too. 2 birds, 1 stone. Boom.
Damn, hardcore from the get-go. We're really opening up. Feel like I've gotten to know them well. I've been seeing more folks on their laptops and cafes doing work and stuff. That's pretty common in Japan, too.
I mean, I guess we're in an age when you don't have to settle on doing your work in only one place. I mean, I can't do it personally. I don't like the idea of someone peeking over my screen.
Oh, you mean for security reasons? I respect that.
Exactly. Heck, I even change up all my passwords. These hackers got nothing on me.
Do you even remember them all?
Nope. Honestly, I've been pretty forgetful lately. So, I just end up brute forcing my way in by trying every single combination I can think of.
Well, that doesn't sound very secure. We're really opening up. All complete.
Hey, Kasuga, let's take a break.
Sure. Like at a cafe or something?
How about somewhere with good drinks and an ocean view?
Seriously, man? You just want to get boozed up, don't you? All right, fine. Want to hit up Soleil then?
Now we're talking. Come on, let's move. There's nothing like an ocean view to go with some wine. Makes it taste even better.
Wow, you sure look happy, Adachi-san.
Heck yeah, I am. Always better to live happy, am I right? Now you're winning in life, long as you're having fun.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, come to think of it, I've been to all sorts of places ever since I met you. Even took a trip to Osaka, too.
Oh, we sure did. Now here we are, two pals having some drinks in Hawaii.
We're a long ways from home now. You know, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to call ourselves travel buddies. Hmm?
Isn't that kind of an exaggeration?
Nah, we just gotta make it happen. Let's go on even more trips. All of us. Paris or, New York would be great. Any places you want to visit?
Me? I don't know. I'd love to visit Okinawa one day. Kiryu-san said it was a great place.
No doubt. And the local specialties are to die for, too. Soki-soba, Jinsuko cookies, Okinawan donuts, and can't forget the awamori. Great. Now I'm starving.
Oh, sounds like we're both gonna gain some weight over in Okinawa. Oh, the sea breeze here feels real nice. And the ocean's damn gorgeous at night, too.
That makes for a nice photo op, huh? Actually, why don't we take one? You in, or what?
What? Me?
Yeah, I mean, we're already here and all. Hell, count me in, too. Okay, that was a pretty good shot. Maybe we ought to go around taking pictures more often.
Definitely. Let's just keep at it and explore where we can.
Sounds good to me.
Damn, Adachi-san. Already at it, huh?
Hey, I figured I'd go ahead and have myself a drink. Booze here in Hawaii is not half bad.
Good to know. Glad somebody's enjoying himself. But man, I never imagined the two of us kicking back and drinking at a resort like this.
Yeah, I'll say. Better play it cool, unless we want folks to think we're from way out in the sticks. You know, you kind of blend in with the locals. Yeah, actually, maybe you blend in a little too well.
You think so? I guess we're on the same wavelength. I was just thinking, this hairstyle's got a bit of a Hawaiian vibe.
Yeah, I can see it. Maybe I'll get a little makeover myself. After all, what better time to do it?
Oh, what would you even go for? Oh, then how about something like Kiryu-san style? The man changed up his entire look, yeah?
Yeah, and he looks damn cool too. But isn't it pretty lame to just copy him?
Oh, yeah. All right, point taken.
Besides, I'm older than Kiryu, so anything I do has to be bigger and better than what he does.
But still, what went down back in Ijin feels like ancient history compared to what we're up to now. Getting fired from Hello Work, getting roasted online. Man, we've been through a lot.
You can say that again. Everything we spent time and effort building up just poof in the blink of an eye.
I really am sorry for getting your agency involved, man. No matter how hard I try, I don't think I could ever make it up to you.
Come on, knock it off. There's nothing you need to apologize for. Anyway, don't worry about the agency. I just wanted to know what it was like, being your own boss.
But you had everything all planned out, like with the company values and stuff. It seemed like you knew what you were doing.
Did I really? I guess you're right.
Yeah?
I wanted to put my experience as a detective to good use. After all, there are some things a civ can do that an officer can't. And preventing crimes before they occur is a field that still has plenty of room to grow. I was planning on working this old body of mine to the bone. Be a little more useful to society, you know?
You finally hit the ground running, too. Heck, you were even ready to take your business to the next level.
Right? I mean, my goal was to develop subsidiaries for consultation and security. But that dream's pretty much dead in the water now. Yeah, anyway. No use crying about it. Figure it's better to put one foot in front of the other and keep on moving along.
I'll lend you a hand when the time comes. You know I'd do anything for you, pal.
How's that so? I guess I should start thinking about my next business venture then. Well, after we clean up the mess over here.
I'm real glad you're here, Adachi-san. When you came running with Namba, I was just so grateful.
Yeah, you're pretty much the only one who ever says that kind of stuff about me. But helping you out makes my day-to-day a little more meaningful. Hey, you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Oh yeah? Then tell you what.
What?
We're gonna have each other's backs for the long haul. Even if I'm the only one getting help right now.
Don't sweat it, because I'll cash in and have you pay me back double.
Ha, sure you will.
Ah, that's the stuff. I ever tell you how much I like Hawaiian booze?
Better not drink too much. This ain't Survive, so you're not just gonna add it to your tab.
Nah, I got it covered. Bartender and I are pals now. Isn't that right, barkeep?
Sure. Enjoy the drinks, Adachi.
What the heck? When did you two get so close?
Didn't you know? Blending in at a bar is an essential skill I perfected back when I was with the Force.
You sure are a man of many talents. Must be the years of experience. You gotta teach me some of that.
All right, how about another round then? On me. I'm feeling generous today.
Sweet! Hey, barkeep, hit me with the priciest drink you got.
Whoa! Easy there, Tiger. I'm gonna have to take out a loan, but I'll pay you back once my next venture takes off, yeah?
Actually, barkeep, could you just get us another round of what we're having now? Yo, sup, Adachi-san?
Hey! Actually, I talked to the bartender earlier.
Huh? Oh, about Akiko-san's shop. You had him check whether or not it's in Hawaii, right?
Yep, that's right. Turns out he couldn't find anything.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. But you don't know for sure, right? It's not like he combed through every grain of sand on the island.
He's talked to a fair share of people, though, so honestly, I've pretty much given up already.
You sure it's not just a bit of bad luck? I don't know, I just feel like it's way too early to give up.
I didn't have anything concrete to work with in the first place. Thinking I'd find her right away with that little info? Rookie mistake.
Haha, then I guess this is where the search really starts. Don't worry, man. I'm sure she's here somewhere.
Now how am I supposed to say no to that?
I'll keep an eye out in town, see if there are any jewelry shops around from now on.
Thanks. But there's something I gotta tell you.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, Akiko-san might consider me as nothing more than a nuisance.
Why's that?
Well, to tell you the truth, 20 years ago, when the shop got robbed, the police could have prevented it entirely.
Prevented it? How?
A few days before the incident, the police received a report claiming suspicious individuals were visiting the shop. The person who filed the report was just a high schooler at the time. Akiko-san.
Oh, dang. But there's not much the police can do when you tell them someone's acting suspicious.
Exactly. Even though she came all the way to the station, they couldn't take her at her word. To them, she was just a kid. As for her parents, well, and their daughter took it so seriously that it felt like they were accompanying her just to humor her.
Oh, so because none of the adults believed her, nobody stopped the robbery from happening.
Well, I learned that Akiko-san had stopped by the station before, when I interviewed her after the incident. She told me that a man would visit the shop multiple days a week but never bought anything. Also said that he'd look around with this hard, intense stare, like he was eyeing everything.
Yeah, that's pretty sketchy. But not sketchy enough for the police to take action, I guess.
And the best we could do is have more personnel patrolling the area, and even then, we couldn't keep it up for days on end. So, because the police didn't do jack squat, a group of thieves broke in days later.
And one of them was the guy Akiko-san mentioned?
Yep. He was their ringleader.
Damn.
At the time of the crime, Akiko-san wasn't in the shop, but both her parents were. They ended up bound and gagged. Now, the two of them were lucky to get away with only minor injuries. Though the psychological damage took its toll. When all was said and done and the criminals were behind bars, they eventually shut down for good.
Oh man, that's awful.
Akiko-san was pissed the police didn't lift a damn finger. And I don't blame her. She played her best hand, but her folks still ended up in danger.
You weren't held responsible or anything, were you? Because, like, you didn't even know she spoke with the cops beforehand.
Well, sure, but there wasn't much I could do but shut up and take a tongue lashing. Now, say I was the cop she talked to first. Still would have been impossible to prevent that heist from happening.
Then you want to meet Akiko-san to apologize for the incident?
I'm not so sure myself. I just want to know if she's all right, more than anything else. If I didn't happen to be in Hawaii, I never would have even considered it.
Guess the only way to find out is to actually meet her.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll try to get in touch with my old contacts from back in the day later. You ask him if Akiko-san really does run a shop here in Hawaii, or if someone knows someone familiar with it.
Wait, what? You haven't done that yet?
Well, I wouldn't be able to take it if by some small chance her life was in a shambles. That's why I put off the investigation.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
But you know, after spilling my guts out to you, I feel like I could be a bit more expressive with my feelings from now on.
Glad to hear it. The best way to vent and get it all out of your system is over a few drinks with a pal. Am I right?
Maybe so. Who would have thought?
Hey, Adachi, about that ask you had for me earlier. No good info's been coming in lately.
Oh, is that right? Not surprised, honestly. I wasn't really expecting much.
Don't be so down. I'll ask around some more.
Yo, sup, fellas? What were you two talking about?
Nothing much. Just asking the bartender for a little favor. Hey, thanks again, barkeep. I didn't mean to ask while you were busy, though.
Don't worry about it. Just relax. Enjoy the drinks.
So, what's this about a favor? Or is it something you can't tell me?
Nah, it's no secret. I knew someone who supposedly moved to Hawaii a long time ago, see? I heard they opened a jewelry shop here, so I asked the bartender if he could look into their whereabouts.
Judging by how things went earlier, I'm guessing he couldn't find them?
I don't even know if they did open up shop. Honestly, I've just been grasping at straws.
But even if you didn't ask the bartender, couldn't you just reach out to the person yourself?
Well, the last time we met was 20 years ago.
Oh, gotcha. Let me guess. That acquaintance of yours is one pretty lady?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Were you two together or something?
Jeez, what's with the interrogation here? But no, it's not what you think at all.
Oh, well, how would I know if you don't tell me?
Well, back when I was a cop, she was involved in this one case. A robbery took place at her father's gem shop 20 years ago. She was just a high school student at the time.
A jewel heist, huh? Who were the perps?
Three-man team. We caught him the day after, of course. And recovered the stolen jewels, too.
Wow, damn. Gotta hand it to the Japanese police. I'm guessing you were assigned to that case.
Right. Just one of many investigators.
And now that same girl from way back then has a shop of her own here in Hawaii?
Well, that's what the rumor says. So I figured, since I'm already here in Hawaii, I may as well go check up on her, see how she's doing.
You think she still remembers you?
That, I'm not too sure, and the only way to find out is by meeting her.
Oh yeah? Well, in that case, I'll help you look for her shop. Maybe it was fate you came all the way here to Hawaii.
Nah, don't worry, man, it's fine. Seriously, you're busy enough as it is. I mean, the bartender's already looking into things for me, so I'll be alright on my own.
Well, anyway, good luck finding that shop. You got any leads to make the search any easier?
Oh, only her name. Akiko Manabe. Not many Japanese folks selling jewelry here in Hawaii, so I probably have enough clues to go on.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that said, there's also a chance she did open up shop, but things didn't go so well. And since I don't even know for certain in the first place, I'd rather not get my hopes up. That's why I'll just take my time investigating.
Gotcha. Sounds like a solid plan. All right then. How about a toast? To Akiko-san's success.
Cheers!
Cheers! Yo! Sup, Adachi-san?
Hey! Actually, I talked to the bartender earlier.
Huh? Oh, about Akiko-san's shop. You had him check whether or not it's in Hawaii, right?
Yep, that's right. Turns out he couldn't find anything.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. But you don't know for sure, right? It's not like he combed through every grain of sand on the island.
He's talked to a fair share of people, though, so honestly, I've pretty much given up already.
You sure it's not just a bit of bad luck? I don't know, I just feel like it's way too early to give up.
I didn't have anything concrete to work with in the first place. Thinking I'd find her right away with that little info? Rookie mistake.
Haha, then I guess this is where the search really starts. Don't worry, man. I'm sure she's here somewhere.
Now how am I supposed to say no to that?
I'll keep an eye out in town, see if there are any jewelry shops around from now on.
Thanks. But there's something I gotta tell you.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, Akiko-san might consider me as nothing more than a nuisance.
Why's that?
Well, to tell you the truth, 20 years ago, when the shop got robbed, the police could have prevented it entirely.
Prevented it? How?
A few days before the incident, the police received a report claiming suspicious individuals were visiting the shop. The person who filed the report was just a high schooler at the time. Akiko-san.
Oh, dang. But there's not much the police can do when you tell them someone's acting suspicious.
Exactly. Even though she came all the way to the station, they couldn't take her at her word. To them, she was just a kid. As for her parents, well, and their daughter took it so seriously that it felt like they were accompanying her just to humor her.
Oh, so because none of the adults believed her, nobody stopped the robbery from happening.
Well, I learned that Akiko-san had stopped by the station before, when I interviewed her after the incident. She told me that a man would visit the shop multiple days a week but never bought anything. Also said that he'd look around with this hard, intense stare, like he was eyeing everything.
Yeah, that's pretty sketchy. But not sketchy enough for the police to take action, I guess.
And the best we could do is have more personnel patrolling the area, and even then we couldn't keep it up for days on end. So, because the police didn't do jack squat, a group of thieves broke in days later.
And one of them was the guy Akiko-san mentioned?
Yep. He was their ringleader.
Damn.
At the time of the crime, Akiko-san wasn't in the shop, but both her parents were. They ended up bound and gagged. Now, the two of them were lucky to get away with only minor injuries, though the psychological damage took its toll. When all was said and done and the criminals were behind bars, they eventually shut down for good.
Oh man, That's awful.
Akiko-san was pissed the police didn't lift a damn finger. And I don't blame her. She played her best hand, but her folks still ended up in danger.
You weren't held responsible or anything, were you? Because, like, you didn't even know she spoke with the cops beforehand.
Well, sure, but there wasn't much I could do but shut up and take a tongue lashing. I would say I was the cop she talked to first. Still would have been impossible to prevent that heist from happening.
Then you want to meet Akiko-san to apologize for the incident?
I'm not so sure myself. I just want to know if she's all right, more than anything else. If I didn't happen to be in Hawaii, I never would have even considered it.
Guess the only way to find out is to actually meet her.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll try to get in touch with my old contacts from back in the day later. You ask him if Akiko-san really does run a shop here in Hawaii, or if someone knows someone familiar with it.
Wait, what? You haven't done that yet?
Well, I wouldn't be able to take it if by some small chance her life was in a shambles. That's why I put off the investigation.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
But you know, after spilling my guts out to you, I feel like I could be a bit more expressive with my feelings from now on.
Glad to hear it. The best way to vent and get it all out of your system is over a few drinks with a pal. Am I right?
Maybe so. Who would have thought?
Hey, Adachi-san. What's wrong? I've never seen you this down before.
Oh, you could tell? Good eye.
Don't be like that, man. What happened?
Well, you see, I found Akiko-san's shop earlier and decided to swing by.
Wait, hold up. You're talking about that jewelry shop, right? That means she actually opened up her own place here? Why are you so down about that?
Come on, have a seat. Figure I ought to give you the rundown. I got in touch with someone I knew from back when I was a detective. Had to twist an arm to get him to look into stuff. And that's how I learned that Akiko-san managed to open a shop near Knight Street. I headed over to check out the area myself. That's when I heard about a jewelry shop owned by a Japanese woman.
Damn, you seriously pulled out all the stops, Adachi-san. Even the barkeeper here couldn't track it down.
Well, you know, some things you gotta do yourself. It was stupid of me to ask him to look for a shop that might not exist. Free of charge at that.
Yeah, you had no right to complain about that. Anyway, back up for a sec. Did you get to see Akiko-san?
Yeah, I did. Technically speaking. It seems like the shop's pretty popular with tourists who are in the know. There were a few customers browsing, but only one woman working the floor.
So, was it her?
I could never forget her face, even after 20 years. The moment I saw her, I knew without a doubt it was Akiko-san.
But what about her? Did she remember you?
Nah. She took one glance at me and nothing. No way she'd recognize me. But that aside, the moment I set foot in her shop, I got a gut feeling that one of the customers was up to no good.
See what?
So I figured I better keep an eye on him before talking to Akiko-san.
What makes you say he was up to no good?
Well, even though he was facing the jewels, his eyes were always glancing up, like he was checking out where the security cameras were. But Akiko-san didn't notice him at all. She had her hands full with another customer who kept asking to try on stuff.
I don't know, Adachi-san. Maybe it's just your imagination. Is it really that suspicious to look at security cameras?
Well, of course, that's not all. Another thing, he kept making eye contact with some other customers.
Eye contact how?
Well, take a wild guess. It was with the customer Akiko-san was assisting. They were probably pretending not to know each other. One person distracts the employee, and the others take their time scoping out how tight security is. At least half of the customers in the shop at the time must have been in on it.
What's their game then? Were they trying to make off with some necklaces or something?
Nah, not exactly. My gut says they were getting ready for a big heist. The next time they swing by, they'll have a way to shut down the shop's security system and an escape route all planned out.
What, seriously?
I only left the shop after they did. Stuck around, on the off chance they'd lift something then and there.
At least nothing went down. Yet.
Right. But if they were already scoping out the place, they might strike soon.
Well, if you think something's up, I believe you.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that, but I got no proof. No one else would believe me.
Why's that?
There's no way the Hawaiian police is gonna get involved just because some tourist told them to watch out for a gang of robbers. Why would they waste resources mobilizing their officers? Especially when they don't even know if a robbery really will happen.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah, of course I do. Now, if you were in my shoes, what would your next move be?
The best thing to do is to warn Akiko-san first.
Yep, you got it. Realistically, that's all I can do. Well, after the whole gang left Akiko-san's shop, I managed to speak with her. At first, she didn't recognize me, until I told her that I used to be a Kanagawa police officer. She went pale after that. Then she looked at me with fear, anger, and pure loathing.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, it's not much of a surprise. In her eyes, I'm just another incompetent cop. Akiko-san tried to warn us about the incident, but we still didn't do a damn thing about it. We practically let her folks get robbed. Think about it like this. After 20 years, a former police officer pops up out of nowhere to warn you about an impending robbery. Also, consider the fact that this is someone she has history with. I mean, how do you think she reacted?
How did she react?
She was terrified. And on the verge of tears. Thought it was some kind of sick joke. Wouldn't you? I mean, from her point of view, I must have seemed a lot more suspicious than some prospective burglar.
No way, man. Maybe you've got it all wrong.
Nah. I couldn't get a word in with her after that. She chased me out of her shop, pretty much kicked my ass to the curb. Even told me to beat it, or else she'd call the cops on me.
I think I get it now. So that's what's got you down.
I just feel like such a dumbass. I should have stepped into her shoes then. Thought harder about how to approach her.
Calm down, Adachi-san. What's done is done. But Akiko-san's shop is still in danger, right? You've gotta tell her that, man.
No, I can't. She won't trust me. The moment she gets a glimpse of me, she'll go screaming for help. There's no way she'll hear me out.
Hey, how about this? Let's wait till she cools her head, and then we hit up her shop. You and me, buddy.
You're tagging along? But why?
Well, I'll talk to her first. Try to clear the air. Once she's calmed down, you can explain everything to her. Anyway, the problem at hand is that Akiko-san hasn't realized her shop's gonna get looted. No way we're standing by and letting it happen, right?
No, we're not. Not a chance in hell.
Good.
It doesn't matter what she thinks of me. What's important right now is her safety.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Now you're starting to sound like the Adachi-san I know.
I bet I made a sorry sight. Lost my grip just because my feelings got a little hurt.
Hey man, it happens. I'm sure deep down in your heart, you were actually hoping for a teary reunion.
All right. You had your fun. Knock it off.
Okay. Come on, let's have ourselves another drink. Cool our heads a little.
Seriously, man, I don't have any ulterior motives or anything, so give it a rest.
Relax, dude. Adachi-san.
Kasuga, you got some time to spare? It's about Akiko-san's shop. Think you could have a word with her? That way I can warn her about the robbers.
Right. Yeah, sure.
If I show up out of the blue, I doubt Akiko-san would hear me out. I was thinking you could go in first, be our mediator. If she doesn't listen to what I have to say, then the shop's gonna be an easy mark for those robbers.
Yeah, if they actually try to break in, then we can pull one over on them and keep it from happening. Besides, when it comes to crime prevention, you're a pro.
Damn straight. But if we want things to work out, I need you to get Akiko-san to come around. But not to pile on too much pressure, but we have no other option. I'll be counting on you and your sweet talk, Kasuga.
Seriously, dude? What's sweet talk? Oh, this is it? At long last, Akiko-san's jewelry shop. Must be hard to run a business like this in a foreign country.
Right? That's why we gotta tighten security, make sure nothing happens. Hey, Kasuga, stay calm and listen.
Huh? What's up?
Those guys who just left the shop now, they were scoping out the place before, no doubt. Same guys I saw acting shady.
Seriously?
Oh God, don't tell me. They already struck?
What now?
I'm gonna check out the situation inside. Mind stalling them for me? There's a chance they snatched some jewelry.
Wait, how am I supposed to do that? Oh, shit! No time to think. Yo! Sup, my dudes? Got a sec? So, get this. I heard a real disturbing story around these parts. Apparently, some robbers are targeting the local jewelry stores.
What are you trying to say?
My friend said he saw some real suspicious guys just now. Over at the shop you just left, actually. You think that's true? Did you... did you see anything strange back there?
Ignore him. Let's book it.
Oh, wait a second. What do we have here? What's with all those bags you're carrying? Huh? You wouldn't happen to have any jewels in there, would you?
Just who the hell are you?
Kasuga, they're the robbers. Catch them!
Yep, thought so. Roger that.
What's with these guys?
How's Akiko-san?
They had her tied up, but don't worry. She's safe now.
Great. Now it's our turn to stop him from running away. Brace yourself. Come on! Let's get it done! Let's do this, guys!
Right on!
Here's what true friends are made of! That's how you do. Enemy in sight.
Adachi-san, I called the police. They said they'll be here soon.
All right. Good to hear.
Oh, is that her?
Yep, that's Akiko-san.
Oh, knew it. Guess that means you got her to trust you.
Well, something like that.
Adachi-san, Kasuga-san, thank you so much for what you did.
It's fine, Akiko-san. No need to lower your head. I'm just glad you're safe, really. That's all that matters to me.
But I was awful to you, all because I held a grudge over something that happened decades ago. I knew the police did what they could. I knew, but I could never accept it. Not with how things turned out. I guess no matter how many signs point to a crime, there's only so much you can do.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. See, Adachi-san here has his own agency now.
Huh?
Adachi Investigative Services, it's called. lame-ass name aside, he's actually an expert at crime prevention. Like, he'll advise shop owners how to improve their security to keep folks from shoplifting. He's basically a consultant who gives you tips on how to protect yourself and your business.
Really now?
Hey, what's with the sales pitch, Kasuga? It's only gonna put her on the spot.
Oh no, it's fine.
I was right there with him when he built his company from the ground up. Always wondered what got him so motivated.
Oh, okay?
Now it's finally coming together. The reason he's been working so hard. It was to face his regret over being unable to help you and your parents at the time. Even though you told the right people, the police, they still couldn't act when it counted. Time passed, and now here he is, in charge of an organization that can finally make a difference. Well, at least that's how I see it.
Yeah, I should have figured you'd spout off a bunch of BS. Not in front of the person it's about. Come on.
Could it be there's a hint of truth in his tale?
Well, I mean, lots of former officers go into this kind of field. It's nothing special.
Is that right?
When you're a cop, you come to realize there are gonna be times when you won't be able to save someone. And to me, you were one of those people. I am so sorry I couldn't help you that time.
No, don't be. Please stop. Everything's fine now.
You guys just keep on apologizing to each other. So, have you overcome 20 years of regret yet?
Maybe I have. I don't think I've ever been happier in my whole life.
To me, you're someone I can't ever thank enough. I owe you so much. Words can't describe how grateful I am. Again, thank you very much.
Isn't that great, Adachi-san? And Akiko-san doesn't resent you anymore?
It sure is. But everything that's happened only made me realize that I actually do miss running my own business. It reminded me of how I felt when I first considered starting one.
Well then, in that case...
What?
After we're back in Ijincho for good, how about giving it another shot? Get Adachi Investigative Services back on its feet.
I don't know. It's just...
You're doing everything you can to help me out. That's why next time, I'll be sure to return the favor. If there's anything I can do, just say the word. Well, only if it's cool with you.
Unbelievable. You're willing to go that far for me?
Seriously though, how about it? I mean, you were so fired up starting out. And now I know why you were so motivated. So...
All right, Kasuga, enough. I get where you're coming from. I'll remember every little thing you just said, so don't go forgetting it later, all right?
Hey, you ought to know me by now. I'm not that kind of half-hearted asshole, am I?
True. Thanks, pal. Man, Hawaii's a trip, huh? To think we'd cause trouble out here. And it's the same old trouble, too. You're as recklessly kind as ever. Can't beat that.
You sure that's a good thing?
Of course it is. You're always giving 110%, even if you get nothing in return. I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's the only way I know. And hey, I can say the same about you, Adachi-san. We're two of a kind. And don't try to tell me we're not.
What can I say?
I'll bet we'll still be like this, even as a couple of geezers.
Well, that's nice, huh? Two kind-hearted old farts. All right, then. Here's to grandpa-dom, baby.
Sheesh, you're already feeling it, huh? Cheers, Adachi-san. To many more years, pal.